Fill in the blank with the correct word from the word boxes below. Blank refers to any relatively permanent change in behavior brought about through experience. Learning, conditioning, classical conditioning, operant conditioning. Classical conditioning was first discovered by A. John B. Watson, B. B. F. Skinner, C. Ivan Pavlov. The key element in classical conditioning is A. Association to a stimulus and its response, B. Behavior, C. Timing. In Pavlov's experiments, after becoming associated with food, whenever the dogs heard the metronome, they began to salivate. After the dogs came to associate the metronome with food, the metronome was an A. Neutral stimulus, B. Unconditioned stimulus, C. Conditioned stimulus. In classical conditioning, generalization refers to A. The ability to respond differently to similar but distinct stimuli. B. Responding similarly to a range of similar stimuli. C. The gradual disappearance of a conditioned response. Operant conditioning can be defined in any of the following ways except A. It is the study of how voluntary behavior is affected by its consequences. B. Is a form of learning closely associated with the psychologist B. F. Skinner. C. It utilizes modeling to achieve learning. When teaching a dog a trick, we use treats as A. A positive reinforcement to operant conditioning, B. A neutral stimulus in classical conditioning, C. Part of the response chain. Slot machines represent what kind of reinforcement schedule? A. Fixed ratio, B. Variable ratio, C. Fixed interval. Fill in the blank with the correct word from the word boxes below. If a child has a tantrum because he doesn't want to go to sleep and the parents allow the child to stay awake, blank has occurred. Classical conditioning, escape conditioning, modeling, aversive control. Each of the following statements is true except A. Social learning involves how people make decisions and act upon the information available to them. B. Social learning consists of cognitive learning and modeling. C. Behavior modification uses learning principles to change people's actions or feelings. An example of a token economy would be A. A dog salivating when it hears a tuning fork. B. A rat being rewarded a food pellet when it presses down on a bar. C. A chimpanzee's learned behavior being rewarded with poker chips with which it can buy peanuts. Compare two types of learning styles, classical, operant, and social learning. How are they the same or different? You may use the audio option to record your answer.